Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to give y'all a little rundown of the 848 that I picked up not too long ago because I've had a ton of people ask me, Sosby, why in the world are you buying this old bike that was designed 10, 12 years ago? And what did it take to get it running? Well, first of all, it had really low mileage. I got it for a really good deal, about $6,000. It had 1,500 miles on it when I got it. It needed a lot of work to get it in running condition because it had sat for so long. So I had to change the timing belts, which was a big job. If I'd taken that into a Ducati shop, probably would have run somewhere around $2,000 is the quote I got. The belts themselves only cost about $200, so I was able to replace those myself. It took, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 hours. I really took my time, and it was a pretty difficult job, but it was really fun. Working on this bike is easy to do. It's intuitive. I enjoyed it, but it did take some time, but I saved myself a lot of money. In addition to changing the belts, I had to put new tires on it, which these EVO Corse Super Corses are crazy expensive. I don't think they're quite worth it. I really do like the Bridgestones a little bit better, but I had to put new tires on it, all new fluids, and that's pretty much it, and it was ready to go. It didn't need brake pads or a clutch or anything like that. But a funny story, I did not change the clutch fluid or the brake fluid because it looked like it had been changed recently. It looked really new. Somebody had obviously serviced the bike and put some new fluid in it in between when it was bought and when I picked it up. But my first ride on this motorcycle, I had worked on it, got it all perfect, put the new tires on it, brought it out in the alleyway, let it warm up. Leather's on, it's hot. I sit down on it, squeeze in the clutch. It's hydraulic, so it felt really good. Squeeze it in, click it in first gear, boom, stalls out. So I knew right then something was wrong with it, but hydraulic clutch, again, all I had to do was just kind of bleed that fluid, put some new stuff in there. It works fantastically. It's super, super smooth. Feels like a brand new bike. I'm really, really happy with it. I probably put, I don't know, 15 hours of labor into this to get it into tip-top running condition, but it's really worth it. You're gonna see on the little ride here in a minute, it's a super awesome bike. The suspension is really good front and rear. The brakes are phenomenal, and the power delivery on this thing is just really, really fun. It's a twin cylinder engine, L twin, V twin, whatever you wanna call it, but it delivers power in a way that's just so fun to go down the road. And it's so easy to ride, but it is a really lively motorcycle. It moves around a lot under you compared to a lot of other things I've ridden, but it does its job, and it's just really fun. It's lightweight, it's very thin. It's a really cool bike. The only really bad thing about it is as I put more miles on it, its value drops pretty drastically. So right now I've got about 2,000 miles on this motorcycle, and I can't quite decide if I want to ride it a lot more and just wear it out, take it to the track, take it up in the hills, or do I want to just sit it in my living room? Because as you see, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But anyway, let's see how this thing goes up the road. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Hit that like button. It always helps a whole lot to facilitate me making more of these. So have a good day. Check out my ride, and we'll see you soon. Road Race Guys out of here. The V-twin's got such good power delivery. It's real smooth, real linear. The brakes on this thing are second to none. I mean, monoblock Brembos and 330 millimeter rotors, ridiculous. It needs it though. It's a fast bike. Been a lot of police up there lately, so I'm gonna be a little conservative. This section is great. Switchbacks. 848 just lays right in there. It's pretty damn intuitive. Don't really have to think much about it at all. Oh, that power's great. The Owens is eating up pretty much all the bumps on this road. Oh, I'm gonna miss old Mulholland Highway. It's one of the greatest roads I've ever been on, period. Some of these sections like this are quite residential, but once we get up here past the red light, it's quite remote. very remote, and it's just a great road to ride on. This road was constructed originally for recreational driving, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with why it's still so much fun to take a motorcycle around. Oh, it loves these high-speed turns. This is where it's really in its element. Be down 90 miles an hour. So at normal people's speeds, the 848 really is not that bad. In town, the clutch pull is crazy heavy, so if you're in any kind of stop and go traffic, it's pretty painful. But this nonsense right here, sitting on this thing is not that bad. The seat's pretty good. It's track focused for sure, but I could probably ride this bike 400 miles if I wanted to in a day and not be too uncomfortable. It really is pretty easy to ride ergonomically. However, that clutch pull will get you in traffic. But in this little stuff, man, it's just as comfortable as any other sport bike that's out there. No doubt about that. And the engine is easy to manage. This thing's got the pipes, the air filter, and the factory ECU. So the tuning is really spot on. But I'm sure you can flash your own ECU, and if you're good at it, you can get a very clean running tune as well. Dead Man's Curve right here is where all the guys in the 60s, 50s went off the edge of this cliff here on Malibu Canyon. They wrote a song about it. Supposedly there's still cars down there with dead bodies in them. That's what they say. That's the legend. But this used to be a big car racing road back in the day when they used to let that, well, they didn't let it happen. When that used to happen out here in California, when you could get away with it, I should say. Now there's so much traffic up here, so many houses, and obviously so many overzealous police that we can't get away with much of anything. Even organized street racing has been done away with in America. I guess we'll have a little bit of Pikes Peak this year of some sort, but no motorcycles. And what's the point without motorcycles? Pepperdine University. There's a lot of grass to mow. They must pay a fortune watering that. That's what your tuition is going for, kids. Back on the old PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. You see those Malibu hills back there, man? That's where all the richest of the rich folks live. It's a hell of a place out here. I will miss the weather. Malibu. It's everything that you've heard about it, and then some.